your 19 First Alert forecast.
And good afternoon, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk, a live look from our First Alert network of cameras. And it is gray outside, but boy, is it warm. Much warmer than we expect for March 10th. But we are on the doorsteps of a First Alert weather day. To talk more about that, let's welcome in 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chilian. Andy, remind our viewers, we're used to First Alert weather days for a bunch of snow, but this is really maybe one of our first alerts for potential of severe weather. Why do you folks issue these days?
Yeah, obviously, well, we issue these days to alert, make sure everybody's aware of some weather that could be impactful to daily life, and so that is the case for tonight through tomorrow. We actually had a First Alert day, if you recall, on Saturday for some storms. Fortunately, those ones really not too big of a deal for most of us. Now, down in Carroll and Tuscarawas counties, we did see some damaging wind gusts on Saturday, but a lot of us were able to escape that. I would say this risk is going to be a lot more widespread. Every location has a better chance of seeing some severe weather this go around. So obviously, First Alert days for winter and for spring severe storms are the same, but now we're getting into sort of that spring thought. So we are alerting everybody from the period of tonight after midnight through tomorrow for showers and storms that could become severe. I want to start by saying this is a very complicated, complex setup because what we see really depends on what happens well to our west, storms forming later today and into tonight in Illinois even. So way back to the west, parts of the Midwest going to get the first round of this weather, and then that will move to the east, and how these storms behave really is going to dictate what we see locally. And so these storms haven't even formed yet, so we're basically predicting the future with something that hasn't even happened yet. But of course, that's our jobs here from the 19 First Alert weather team. So bottom line is we've got a couple rounds of storms coming through tonight through tomorrow morning, and then we're watching another round potentially around this time tomorrow afternoon and evening. But it's that second round that really is going to depend on what happens initially. We talk about this a lot in spring. If we get showers and storms working the atmosphere over, there's not a lot of recovery, then you can't really get much severe weather. So if the morning round, that first round lasts a little bit longer, then we may not see anything too bad tomorrow afternoon. But if we do get a break, if some sun comes out at all tomorrow, then we start to see the atmosphere recovering and there'd be more instability. So we really just need to be on alert, I would say, from basically midnight tonight through tomorrow around 8 p.m. I know that's a huge window and it may not storm the whole time, but that's when severe weather is certainly going to be most likely. With damaging wind gusts the main risk, although cannot rule out perhaps an instance of some large hail and just maybe a brief tornado as well. So that's all coming later on. For right now, we have had a few brief showers passing. They've been forming along a line now, moving south of the lakeshore. Certainly nothing severe with this. Saw a little bit of a heavier rain right along the lakeshore of Ashtabula County earlier, Conneaut getting that. Most of us, though, just some very light rain that's passing into parts of Geauga County, Northern Summit, and Medina County right now. And so we may see a little bit of this activity through the rest of the day. Not much else going on. Look at temperatures, though, up to 70 in Sandusky, 67 in Cleveland, 69 in Lorain and Ashtabula. So it is very warm. It is certainly very muggy, and that's how we'll stay through the rest of the day. A south wind is still elevated, may relax enough just to make a bit of a lake breeze later today, but most of us will stay on that warm side. So I want to show you the First Alert Future View, what's going on. Again, could see another stray shower or two through the rest of the day. Otherwise, we're pretty quiet through about midnight. That activity that you see developing over the lake midnight is what's coming from the west. We may end up starting by seeing some flashes of lightning off in the distance to our north before any storms arrive locally. This particular model is showing some showers and storms becoming a bit more widespread, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Of course, want to stress that with severe weather that can happen overnight while you may be sleeping, it's important to have a way to receive alerts on your phone. So our 19 First Alert Weather app is a good tool to have so that you can get any warnings should one be issued in the middle of the night. Meanwhile, here's what's going on tomorrow morning. Another round of showers coming there. And then this shows a bit of a break. If we can get that break around this time tomorrow, then look what could happen later on towards 5, 6 o'clock. Another line of severe storms passes. And then 8 o'clock, we are quieter. And let's just say some big time changes coming. Yikes, as we head into Thursday morning, you do see some flakes. as temperatures get close to freezing. So I'll wrap up this segment by saying the main things to watch for tonight, tomorrow are going to be the heavy rain, damaging wind gust potential, a low but still non-zero risk for some larger hail, and perhaps a brief tornado as well, just given the amount of spin in our atmosphere, Dan. So lots going on here these next 24 to about 30 hours or so. We're issuing the first alert because we want everybody to be aware of changing weather conditions that could certainly impact daily plans and daily life.
Yeah, and then dropping 30 degrees, as we'll see on your 7-day, is not going to be pleasant either. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll show you those details coming right back. And we're back, a live look at our First Alert network of cameras, some of those gray skies, but again, as Andy was saying, lots of muggy weather out there. And Andy, wouldn't it just be prototypical that we have 69 degrees tomorrow, and then a week from then when we really need some good weather for St. Patrick's Day and the parade, bang, 26 degrees.
Yeah, can I hide this? I'm going to go back and just take that, pretend you never saw that. It's crazy. It's March in Northeast Ohio. We know how it goes. And yeah, this is a forecast where almost every single day is something completely different. So lots going on. Obviously, alert tomorrow. It's still going to be warm and muggy, windy as well. And then we were talking about Thursday being cold. I mean, not that bad compared to what's coming. We'll be near 40 in the afternoon. Could see some flakes in the morning, just a blustery day. Another system moves through on Friday. We could see some flakes with this, maybe some sleet, because we'll start near freezing in the morning, and then it will be warmer in the afternoon, or not as cold, 50s. Just a heads up, Friday, going to be very windy Friday. We could see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, maybe a bit stronger. So a strong system moving through there. And then that gets us colder on Saturday, 40 degrees. It'll be dry during the day on Saturday. Could see a little bit of flake action overnight with a warm front lifting through. Yes, we're back to the mid-60s on Sunday. And then Sunday night, watching another round of storms that could be strong, maybe severe. And that leads us into an exceptionally cold period on Monday and Tuesday, where it is definitely going to feel a lot like winter. 32 Monday. And yes, for St. Patrick's Day, we wanted nice weather. I mean, I could say this could change, but there's some pretty high confidence that it's at least going to be very cold St. Patrick's Day, and likely some flakes flying as well. That looks to, go figure, Danby, our coldest day out of the next 10. So that's just how we, not the luck of the Irish this year, I guess, but as I was telling Nikki earlier before the noon show, I said maybe we'll get lucky on opening day, because remember last year it was really cold for opening day. So it's a trade-off. Last year St. Patrick's Day was nice. This year, if we can get the worst out of the way, maybe come Guardians time here in less than a month, we'll be lucky there. But yeah, we're going to have to deal with some much colder air a week from today.
Andy, I've been in Cleveland now, I think 20 years, and I know for a fact I can count on one hand, even if I had less than one hand, the number of nice, truly nice days on St. Patrick's Day. I bet I've experienced maybe 3 or 4 in my 20 years here. It just never wants to work out, but we get it. It's March in Northeast Ohio. We get it. 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chilian will see you at 3 o'clock.
All right, sounds good, Dan. Thanks.
All right, take care. We do have 3.5 hours of news and First Alert weather coming up at 3 o'clock. And again, with tomorrow being a First Alert weather day, going to want to make sure you have either our app, whether you can watch it on your smart TV, wherever you download your apps. You have the Disney app, the DirecTV app. Go ahead and download the 19 News Plus app, and you can watch our newscasts live as they happen, and you can get weather 24/7. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Hope you have a good afternoon and stay safe tomorrow.